Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Meditation is a journey, therefore it is not a stagnation. Many of us have got this notion, meditation means sit in one place, close your eyes and go to sleep. No. Closing your eyes is not going to hold on to the reality, and opening your eyes, you are not going to lose that reality. Then what it is? Meditation is a journey from the matter to the consciousness via the bridge of mind. These two things. So, the matter aspect is called as Adi Bhautik. Adi Bhautik is gross world starting from our gross body. Now, those who are engaged in this understanding of meditation, they spend their whole life in doing yogasana, and their achievement is that they can twist their body which even a snake cannot twist, or they can keep the body stationary, stagnant, without any movement for hours together, and then sitting for a longer period of time becomes meditation. See friends, this has nothing to do with meditation. So, we start from the body and we transcend the body identification. This is the first step. So, unless body identification is transcended, all that we do under the disguise of meditation is trying to fill in a pot which is kept upside down. It will be all a wastage. Therefore, whatever we are doing, if that is aimed at getting freedom from body identification, then we are practicing meditation. And this meditation is practiced 24/7, keeping only this as the view. After this is achieved, even theoretically, may not be practically, then the second step we are qualified to take up. And the second step is, then we inquire, if I is other than the body, the embodied is other than the body, then the question comes, what could be the experience of that I who is other than the body? This inquiry and assertion leading to experience is meditation. Yoga tells chitta vritti nirodha, let there be no thoughts. Why should we be afraid of thoughts? Thoughts are no problem. Wrong thinking is a problem. Thinking has to be corrected. So the first step in meditation is getting freedom from body identification. Second step is finding out who or what could be the experience of this to remain as other than the body. We discard the body identification under three conditions. One is under ignorance, in deep sleep. Second is under compulsion, in death. Third thing is in meditation. Although we are living in the body, yet we are living beyond the body. See? Like the space supports the directions, north, east, west, south, etc. And yet the space is beyond the directions. This is the second step. Then the third step comes, is the ultimate one. We discard both gross body and subtle body, and therefore we remain indifferent to both of them. Whether gross body is alive or dead, whether the mind is functional or non-functional, it makes no difference. That ultimate state is called a Jivan Mukti, liberated while alive. That is the ultimate in meditation. So we have to go through these three steps, what we understand by this as meditation. See, friends. Therefore, what we are told initially, every seeker thinks sitting quiet is meditation. Now he himself doesn't know why. But if you inquire, you come to know that wherever there is a movement, there is samsara. Where there is no movement, there is Paramatma. Unknowingly we know. And therefore, we imagine, if I stay without any movement in one posture, I have done meditation. Similarly, if the eyes remain closed, I have done meditation. Similarly, if there are no thoughts in the mind, I have done meditation. It is here we go wrong. See? The space supports all the directions and yet is beyond the directions. The water supports waves and the ocean and yet is beyond the ocean, the cause, wave, the effect. In the same manner, we support the body, the mind, complex, and yet we are beyond that. Living in that experience is living in meditation. Therefore, this meditation is not for those who are unhealthy. Unhealthy at the level of mind. Body makes no difference, whether healthy or it makes no difference. Unhealthy mind is wanting something. Healthy mind is wanting nothing. Not even meditation. Then meditation starts happening. Keeping this understanding of meditation, the various practices which are told, let us analyze those practices and try to see whether can it lead to body identification freedom. That is the approach. So we are told in Ashtanga Yoga as the Yama Niyama. Yama Sadhana means Ahimsa Satya Asteya Aparigraha Brahmacharya. So these 5 instructions, they tell in one line to understand that let us not be a problem for the world. And let the world be no problem for us. That is the spiritual practice. So, what will be the practice thereafter? We don't get involved in this world unnecessarily. The world has been always like this. There is nothing new in this world. See? We do not become a source of nuisance to others. And when we thus start remaining indifferent, be attentive, I am not using the word witness. I am not in favor of that word witness. Let us learn to remain indifferent. Witness means you give importance to the things. Suppose I am witness to all of you. You are sitting for a meditation, I am a witness. Means what? You may be sitting for a meditation, I am going to sleep. See? No. Remaining indifferent means what? Whether you are doing meditation or not, you are sleeping or I don't get influenced by that. So remaining indifferent while moving in the world is the first step in meditation. Now if you observe our life, we have comments on things, we have comments on beings, we evaluate, we suggest, we get involved. See, friends. And as a result, impressions are formed on the mind. Likes or dislikes. This has become our second nature, Swabhava. Our essential nature is divine. Second nature is this mental nature. Example I'll give you. Just now when I saw our James, because earlier I had never seen him putting on a jacket, immediately the mind with the earlier memory immediately reacted, hey, how come you are putting the jacket on? See? So, that response of the mind is reaction. Contrary to that, if I had seen he has put on jacket and has no comment to offer, then I am indifferent. See? So we have to learn first. Yama sadhana is this. Learn to be indifferent to the world. But those who are involved in this world, they will say, oh, because of this only the world is going bad. You people don't do anything. See, friends, don't get involved. This world has always been like this. The other day I was just reading a news about our ex-Prime Minister, Atal Bihari Vajpayee. He is ill and in his house. Now, when he was in power, we have to do this, we have to do that. Now he is completely insane. He has become old. We don't know what is his condition. The things are going on around. What does different it makes? Even that time also it didn't make any difference. But that time how much we get agitated, The referendum. Whether to be or not to be. It's not going to make any difference. See, friends, living with this attitude, remaining indifferent, not getting too much involved in the world, is the first step in meditation. See, when the freedom struggle was going on in India, that time there were people who were struggling for freedom, did so many things, right from Gokhale onwards. And at the same time, there were great masters, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Ramana Maharshi, Tapovan Maharaj, not one, Nityananda Maharaj, hundreds of them. Do you think they did not have love for the country or for the people? That today, who are really guiding the world? Those who fought in the freedom fight and disappeared, they are those who remain indifferent and guiding the people even now. See, friends. Therefore, meditation is this yama sadhana. Most important thing. Then the second one is niyam sadhana. So when this world will not be of much consequences to us, we are to that extent disidentified from the body. Like in the deep sleep, we are not identified with the body, then we don't know where we are. Last night I slept, and because every night I keep on changing the places, I always get confused where I am and what I have to do. See? So when I got up at night to go to bathroom, I went straight away and dashed that wall and tried to open the window, and I couldn't. I said, what is happening now? Because when not identified with the body, the world doesn't exist for me. So when the world doesn't exist, I don't react. Therefore, be attentive. The technique is, the effect is the guiding factor to reach the cause. This is the way. When we go to the doctor, what the doctors do, they see the effects. Effects are called as symptoms. They see the symptoms. From the symptom, they go to the cause. In the same manner, what are the symptoms of body disidentification? Symptoms of body disidentification are, this gross world is of no consequences to us as in deep sleep, when we are not identified with the body. So these are the symptoms. So to reach the cause, let us practice these symptoms in our life. Don't get involved too much in this world. Most important thing. See, friends, to that extent we are completely withdrawn. Now, getting involved in this world includes two things. One is the possessions, and second is the relations. Let the possessions and relations not be a burden on our head. Things happen as they are required to happen. That's it. Then we are practicing body disidentification. Then Patanjali will be happy. Second thing is Niyam Sadhana. Niyam is, we are a problem to ourselves. We are all most miserable not because of others, because of ourselves. When we are all alone, how miserable we are. So what we do? We go to other people to spread the misery. Hey man, I am getting bored, I don't know what to do. So let's go and talk to him. Hey, what are you doing? See, I am busy, No, I was getting bored, so I thought let me come and bore you. Look here. So the second way to get rid of body identification, Niyam Sadhana. And what is the Niyam Sadhana? There are 5 things. Shaucha, Santosha, Tapaswadhyaya, Ishvara, Pranidhanani, Niyamaha. Shaucha, keep yourself occupied in the external cleanliness and internal purity. These occupation will take your attention from the body. Whenever we are doing nothing, simply lying down like a pig in the bed, it is called as wool gathering. We gather so much of wool that we can have a carpet factory. Keep busy. Shaucha, cleanliness, and inner purity together. Then Santosha, contentment. When there is contentment, there is mind is at peace. Discontentment come only after body identification. So whatever things are there, they are perfect. So this particular way you try. Anybody ask you how are you? Perfect. How are the things? Perfect. Whether they are or not doesn't matter. Slowly, slowly our mind will start following that way of thinking. Shaucha, Santosha. Tapas. Difficulties are necessary for evolution. Every new birth is painful. Every new birth. And one has to go through the difficulties, and while going, 2 things must be learned through the difficulties, tapas. 1, discover independence. We are all dependent on so many things and beings. Without this thing I cannot be, without that person I cannot be. No. Discover your independence. Whether things are there or not doesn't matter. Second thing, self-confidence. Stress is when we lack confidence. Like, when a person like me who doesn't know proper driving, if I had to go in Ahmedabad and I see the chaos on the road, I get frustrated. But the drivers in Ahmedabad, they are at home because they are expert in their field. They have got confidence. Stress is nothing but lack of confidence. This confidence is developed only by tapas. Go through the difficulties, yes, we can do it. Why not we can't? See? So, Shaucha, Santosha, Tapas, Swadhyaya. Now this is another most important spiritual practice as meditation. When we are functioning in this world, where is our attention? Attention must be on the quality of the mind before we take up a job, the quality of the mind when the job is being executed, and the quality of the mind when the job is over. It should be like the catalytic agent. A catalyst before, during and after the chemical reaction is over remains untouched, although it helps in speeding up the process. In the same manner, the most valuable thing in this world is our peace of mind. Let the whole world be on fire, our mind must be at peace. Then we are practicing meditation. Because mind is disturbed only when identified with the body. When the mind is not disturbed, the mind is not identified with the body. We are free from it. Tapas, Swadhyaya, then Ishvara Pranidhanani. Now this is one of the most important thing. I remember this happened many years before here only in Wales. I was in Annette's house. And in Wales the houses are 300, 400 years old and they have got their own music. Every house has got their own music. When you walk, all sounds come. So I was sitting in my bed and she came to call me and I was sitting quiet. So she peeped in and went down. And I didn't realize that. Afterwards when I went down, she said, Swamiji, I am sorry I disturbed you when you are doing meditation. I said, Mama, I am sorry, I never do meditation. You abuse me, but don't tell me that I am doing meditation. Then what you are doing? I said, I was sitting in the lap of my Bhagavan Sri Krishna. The moment I said, she was in tears, she hugged me, she says, how casually can you say like this? That is the truth. Friends, meditation happens when you surrender 100%. Till such time, efforts are, even the sleep doesn't begin. What is the last thought in the bed? I want to sleep, I want to sleep, I want to sleep. Till such time, I and want is there, the sleep will never begin. I has to drop. Meditation is when the I is dropped. Therefore, don't go and sit on the seat of meditation. Go and sit in the lap of the Lord. Relax, like a child sits in the lap of the mother and so relax. If there is a pain somewhere, the mother suffers. I am relaxing. See, Ishwar Pranidhana. Practicing this consciously 24/7 in life is meditation. Then comes asana. So, earlier things are like going for shopping, getting the things and bringing the things at home, washing them, cleaning them, cutting them into proper pieces. Now you are ready to cook. But we believe in getting directly the tinned food. Don't have to do anything. And straight away sit for meditation and start meditation. Nothing is going to happen. See, friends. So when we come to the asana, now the purpose of asana is to get out of body identification. See, friends, this can happen by proper understanding. Our present understanding is, I am inside the body. and the world is outside the body. So this mental concept in and out is samsara. In deep sleep, where are we, inside the body or outside the body? Where are we, inside the room or outside the room? Nowhere. Because the concept of in and out demands a demarcation line. Like we are inside the tent, our shoes are outside the tent. If you remove the tents, there is no inside outside. In the same manner, this notion that I am inside the body has to be dropped. See? And how do we drop it? See, this glass I am holding in my hand. Now, till such time I hold this glass in my hand, my hold on this glass will influence the performance by the same hand. Suppose I don't give up this glass, take a pen in the hand and start writing, my handwriting will be influenced by this hold on this glass. If I remove this glass and then I take the pen and write, my original handwriting will come out. Exactly the same way. Till such time, our mind is holding on to the body shape and the form, body identification. Mind will think in relation to that body only. And not knowing this, we sit for meditation as a mother, father, brother, husband, wife, and struggle and complain. Why there are too many thoughts? Give up the hold on the body identification. Your mind will stop thinking in relation to the body. That is important. See? Therefore, when we sit for meditation, the idea is asana should have three qualities. One, it should be firm at the base. Second, it should be vertically steady, no rocking. And third, body should be 100% relaxed. When the body is fully relaxed, in fact, the body is never relaxed. Because the body is never tense. It is the mind which is tense, not the body. All experiences happen in the mind, not in the body. This principle I have heard 100 times but never experienced, understood really in that spirit. I recognized this and accepted it only after one of my friend, he operated on my big toe. There was something growing, a red kind of thing, some small growth came. So when he did namaskar, he asked me, Swamiji, what is this growing on your toe? I said, this is wisdom toe. Fools get wisdom tooth, I am getting wisdom toe. He said, no, don't make jokes, this is not good, it has to be removed. I said, okay, I'll remove it. He said, come, I am doctor, I'll remove it. So I went with him. And he gave local anesthesia to the big toe. And after some time, he said, you can see it, doesn't matter, it won't hurt you. So he took the scalpel and put inside the toe and took it out in one go, and blood came out, but I had no pain. That day I discovered this principle. Pain happens in the mind, not in the body. And when the mind is identified with the body, then that one mind is responsible for keeping life in all the bodies. That is one mind. Therefore, all our physiological, metabolic processes are common. Hunger, thirst, anger, greed, joy, sorrows is common for the total creation. It's not separate because the mind is common. Second aspect of the mind is the mind has taken the shape of individual body. This aspect of the mind, which has taken the shape of the individual body, creates an illusion of a personality. Like gold is common for all the ornaments, but one particular ornament is nothing but the same gold plus a specific name and a form. In the same manner, when the mind takes a specific form, the body, and associated name, somebody is born. So meditation is, let the shape and the name of the body be dropped and come at the undifferentiated, undivided mind level. All the great masters, Siddha Purushas, they live at this level. Like what is happening in my forehead is immediately known by the hand, and hand goes and scratches. No effort. In the same manner, the great masters who live at this level, they know what is going on in other minds. What are their problems? Because they are one with the total mind. See. But here most of us get caught or attracted because all kinds of experiences start coming up. And then we take up the job of cursing somebody or blessing somebody. When the cursing and blessing business begins, you are lost in this world. See, friends, like in the outer world, name, fame, achievement, power, these are the attractions which do not allow us to go within. In the same manner, within, the attractions are the siddhis. You can cure somebody, you can help somebody, and then that becomes the primary business of such a person, and the truth is becoming secondary. See, friends, so meditation is a journey wherein we start from where we are to first step, body disidentification. Second step, freedom from this body identification through yama, niyama and asana. Then the fourth technique is the pranayama. Now why the pranayama is done, again keep this as the goal, body disidentification. We keep on eating a lot, and the food that is eaten has the following end result. A part of the food goes in building the tissues, second part goes in giving the power and strength to the body and the mind, and the third unwanted, rejected part of the food is thrown out of the body in the form of solids, fecal material, liquids, urine, and the gaseous toxins. Gaseous toxins keep on accumulating in the blood. The blood becomes saturated with these gaseous toxins. As a result, these gaseous toxins in the blood, they are responsible for acting as a stimulus for throwing the thoughts out of the mind. These gaseous toxins must be removed. Like if you don't go to toilet for 2 days, how uncomfortable it is. If you don't go for urination, how uncomfortable it is. In the same manner, if these gaseous toxins are not removed from the body through pranayama, one becomes uneasy, and uneasiness is disturbed mind. And because the mind is identified with the body, it will start thinking only in relation to the body, nothing else. Then we start blaming others. See? Therefore, pranayama is done with a view to remove these toxins from the body, gaseous toxins. Like We have to go twice, thrice a day to the toilet for defecation and urination. In the same manner, at least twice a day, we must spend at least 5 to 10 minutes in deep breathing, giving up everything. Just sit quiet and in deep breathing. When deep breathing is done slowly, the gaseous toxins are removed from the body, replaced by the fresh oxygen, and slowly the blood becomes purified. And you start feeling very light. No more tensions on the mind. And this will help in reducing the body identification. So, Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayam all are aimed at getting freedom from body identification. Then comes Pratyahar. Pratyahar is suspension of entry of the world in the mind. The world enters in our mind through 5 gates of 5 sense organs. The world is nothing but Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. The sounds, the touches, the forms, the taste and the smell. These are the 5 objects. The world enters the mind through these 5 channels. Pratyahara is willful, effortless withdrawal from the worldly things and beings. So, we close all the gateways through which the world enters our mind. Therefore, Pratyahar aims at not becoming the slave to the sense organs, but let the sense organs be under our control, perfect control. When this is achieved with this understanding, then we move in this world, but keeping this poise. By merely listening to this thought process, see the quality of your mind. Observe the breathing. Be aware of the body. Now the body is firm at the base, vertically steady, and absolutely movement free, because the mind is no more holding the body, therefore no pain is felt in the mind on account of the body. The breathing is extremely slow and shallow. Because the metabolic rate has fallen. After some time, the old habit of the mind will come up, and without our knowledge, thinking process will start. That moment we are again identified with the body. So before this happens, instead of simply keeping the mind thought free, let us engage the mind in inquiry. The inquiry is what it is like being other than the body, other than the body means the qualities, attributes of the body do not belong to us. So the first attribute of the body is born, it grows, it becomes old and dies away. Other than the body means not born, no growth, no old age, no death. Now let us evaluate our own experience. We have no experience of birth, growth, old age or death. Second aspect of the body is body has shape and form. Being other than the body means no shape, no form. So our mind is no more holding on to any particular shape or form. So our mind is like the space which has no beginning, no middle, no end, which doesn't have any shape or a form. This formless uncreated, unmodifying, unending presence is independent of the body. Here we have not gained anything. On the contrary, dropped the world and the body. There is no struggle. Nothing to be gained. by the sheer habit of the past, thoughts may arise. We simply remain indifferent. Do not fight with the mind. Remaining indifferent is an effective way to dissolve the thoughts. Here, all perceptions of sound happen, but none of them create a disturbance in the mind. Now, the mind is like a mirror. Any experience that comes and goes, just remain indifferent. This effortlessness is understood in two ways. One, body is dropped, therefore efforts on account of the body disappear, and merging in the infinite and a space infinite is effortless, which supports the four elements but doesn't get influenced by any one of them. In the same manner, the pure consciousness that we are do not get influenced by the gross body and the gross world and the related mental modifications. This is our essential nature. It is not created as a result of meditation. Only the wrong identification is dropped. Take deep breath. See, now the body is included in the mind. Move the toes and the fingers. See, now the concept that I am inside the body and the world is outside has become real. Offer everything at the feet of the Lord. Don't create memories, because this was not the experience by the mind. It was trance mind experience and therefore cannot be repeated. Things in the mind alone can be repeated. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.